the new version of Afterneath. So we kind of took a lot of customer requests into account, and the number one thing was expression control over the drag, and number two was trails. So when you turn the pedal off, it naturally decays. And I kind of thought that both of those were great ideas. Expression control over the drag, more difficult than it sounds like it would be. The drag is really kind of the clock for the audio processor that's inside, and it worked a very specific way. So to do that, we had to develop a new clock based around a microcontroller. So it was a program, and that took a lot of time to do, as simple as it was. The differences between V2 and V3 are pretty big, but the algorithm is still the same, so the pedal sounds exactly the same. It's just the input and output buffers in the way that the processor is clocked that's really different, but we tried to keep it consistent. So you can still get all the same sounds out of V3 that you could out of V1 and V2, it's just there's more to it. The first goal was just to get expression control over the drag, but in the process of doing it, the engineer that worked on that, John Sonnenberg, in parallel to that, we started working on the Afterneath Eurorack module, and he had the idea for all the quantized modes. So it would hit certain pitches as you would cycle through the drag control. And we just decided to put that into the pedal because it was so cool. Initially, it was actually supposed to just be one or two modes. And then when we finally got the Eurorack up and running, I was like, this is really cool. We should just add it to the pedal. It's easy enough to do. I think the kind of the hardest part with it is once the whole thing was done, like there's so many things that you can do with it with all the new modes, just trying to figure out, how to work it, how to use it with a guitar, because it was really intended, for voltage control for a synthesizer. Start with an expression control, and I would start in mode 2, which is, exactly how the other version of the Afterneath worked, except for there's slew applied to the control, which means there's a delay in the reaction of the Afterneath to how you're moving the expression control. So it kind of drags behind what you're doing. And I think that that's going to be the easiest way to kind of learn the range, how to operate the drag control with an expression pedal. And aside from that, it works great with a sequencer. So if you can have some kind of step sequencer, that really opens up pretty much all the modes. It makes it a lot of fun to play with. If you're into experimentation, or you kind of like just looking for something fun to play with, I definitely think it's a huge upgrade. It's really a whole nother pedal with the new clock and all the new modes that it operates in. It's really kind of like a whole new instrument.